Welcome back to another Terran R program update. July was an eventful month, so let's take a look at key highlights across design, build, test, and launch. This month, the team released 1,130 flight parts and fully released the Stage 1 shipping assembly. This milestone, the culmination of more than 2 years of design work, marks the full release of more than 11,000 Stage 1 structures, fluid systems, avionics, and harnesses, accelerating hardware production and integration. On the Stage 1 flight article, teams are installing joiners, stringers, and doublers. The forward barrel achieved a significant milestone with the first wet installs of external stringers completed, while additional fuel barrels completed the final panel fit-up, marking the last of all doubler fit-ups on the vehicle. Landing leg operations initiated laser tracking and tooling validation for 2 panels, and the grid fin weldment review was completed. Thrust structure integration is advancing towards mate, with outer engine feed lines installed and fluids testing underway. In parallel, avionics boxes are being installed with checkouts in progress. Final work on Flight 1 engines is ongoing, and they are now being prepared for installation. On the inner stage, work is progressing on both the forward and aft barrels before they are mated. Teams are focusing on final fit-up, torquing, and sealing of inner stage stiffening. But the focus isn't just on Terran R's first flight. Teams completed the first circumferential friction stir weld for a Flight 2 tank and continued building A-on-R engines for Flight 2, maintaining momentum on the next vehicle. We also continue to advance our manufacturing capabilities, having successfully produced, laminated, and cured a carbon fiber composite panel in-house. The Stage 1 structural qualification test campaign is officially complete. Our structural test stand, affectionately known as the Tender Loving Crusher, pushed the dedicated test article further than any previous operation, conducting life cycle and burst pressure testing. Highlights included 420 pressure cycles, 62 proof, stability, and ultimate loading cases, and axial compression loading reaching 4.3 million pounds force while pressurized. Successful completion of this campaign validates that the Stage 1 tank is ready to withstand the demanding loads of ground operations, launch, and flight. Following the Stage 1 qualification campaign, the Stage 1 downcomer for flight completed the first phase of acceptance testing, including hydrostatic and pneumatic proof testing, structural validation, and leak checks. At NASA Stennis, teams readied the A2 stage test stand, installing all hold downs, erecting the lightning protection system tower, activating the liquid natural gas system, and installing stage HVAC. After conducting vehicle checkouts, the second stage was lifted and mechanically mated onto the stand and completed crowd-proof testing. This portion of the test campaign validated the stage under pressurized conditions with cryogenic fluids, a key addition beyond prior pressurized testing with water. The tank then underwent composite overwrap pressure vessel proof testing, validating the integrity of the high-pressure system that will pressurize propellants during flight. On the nearby R stand, the Aeon-V engine completed acceptance testing, wrapping up all engine testing for Flight 1. The Aeon-V engine will soon be installed on the second stage ahead of upcoming stage hot fire testing. At Cape Canaveral, the team energized the horizontal integration facility and completed the first proof load test for a 270,000-pound assembly room crane. The transport erector upper strongback arrived on site and was moved into the assembly room, where Terran R stages will be mated. In parallel, cleanroom outfitting is underway. The transport erector rail installation is progressing, and the foundation for the approach road is complete. Permanent site power has been activated, with 2 dedicated 22 kilovolt feeds that can support planned loads and future expansions. On the commodity side, the water tower is being painted, a vaporizer was installed at the water farm, and the final foundation for the cross-country piping is complete. This progress continues advancing readiness for Terran R's first flight, while laying the foundation for high-volume launch operations. Florida will also be home to expanded infrastructure to support future missions and a growing launch cadence. Beyond technical execution, we continue to secure opportunities that reinforce long-term demand for Terran R. In July, the U.S. Space Force Space Systems Command on-ramped Relativity into the National Security Space Launch Phase 3 Lane 1 program. NSSL is the single largest procurement activity in the USSF, and on-ramp positions us to compete for future high-priority national security launch missions. We have a lot of work ahead, but selection into NSSL reflects growing confidence in Terran R's capabilities to support high-cadence access to space for national security, commercial, and science missions. That's a wrap for July. Stay tuned for more updates.